Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the LOCTITE Firebird series. I am Brian the Blank. 4 races to finish this season for both the Firebirds and the Camaros. There's a push to win the championship. Hell, for some people to not lose their jobs. This should be... Yes. These are the correct standings. Forgive me for a second. Dorothy McLean is your points leader, followed by Charles Marshall and Minnie Nelson. Minnie Nelson was the pole sitter in Season 1. However, shenanigans happened and they finished last. The race was won by Lynn White, who is currently 14th. Cedric Black is sitting in the dead last position on the standings. However, Nicholas Eckert, James Wolfe, and our overall champion from Season 1, Isaac Hernandez, are all well within striking range. Speaking of Isaac Hernandez, looky who's on the pole, along with Gerard Wilkinson. Someone else who has had better days and better weeks and probably better seasons outright. Considering they're also right there by each other in the standings. How fitting. Now, on to today's race. 1 mile around this place, I believe. Yes, it is. Concrete all the way around, except for pit road itself, which is asphalt. Adds to a unique situation. Plus, there's the lack of room in this track. You're looking at maybe 2 lanes all the way around, and coming out of turn 2, that gets to be a bit sketchy. So let's see what we got. We have Isaac Hernandez here. We have our Season 1 champion, Tracy Howell, trying to turn their season around. One of our rookies, Davis Pittman, here in the 22. Behind them is May Ellis. McLean was currently leading the points. With McLean is... There you are. That looks to be 14th place. Thereabouts, yeah. Should be getting close to... Yes, we're coming close to the starting command. Hopefully everybody gets off the line. Here is Chris Harvey, starting on the inside. And
drivers, start your engines!
The back of the field is the 21 and the 23. Second place, John Tucker, second place finish. Last event, couldn't remember whether it was Watkins Glen or New Hampshire, but their second at New Hampshire has saved them from devastation as of right now. Who knows if that holds up, though, because he's not had a great year. 1 second place is not enough if everyone else is able to elevate. You can see the text at the bottom of Hernandez and Howell's cars. You can see the birds on their headlights as well. The third person with one of those, Charles Marshall, I believe, with the bronze one, excuse me. Yes. Looks like Wilkinson got into the wall already. And that gives Hernandez the start off the green. We are going here at Dover. Hernandez just makes it look easy going into 3. Barden's currently in second, but Hammond looking to take that spot. Hammond not had a great season all year. Yes, that was intentional. But not been terrible. Couple top 10s, but finished 21st in Watkins Glen. But is looking speedy today. Again, we had no incidents coming off pit road, so everyone so far is running well. Holy smokes, Chris Harvey has been booking it through the field. He started near the back, he is already near the front. Currently tagged as 7th. But I believe... no, he's 7th. What a start from Harvey. Started 15th, up to 7th. That's 8 spots. We're barely 5 laps in. Harvey came to race today. Either that or everybody's bobbled ahead of him. Howell was ahead. Wilkinson, obviously. Eckert trying to save their season. Barden's looking to sweep the championships, if we're being honest. But he needs to do better than this. Wayne Stadler, John Walker. Walker was a preseason favorite. Has just not been there this year. Davis Pittman has fallen way back. May Ellis has fallen way back. Dorothy McLean has fallen. It seems like the outside line did not get going very well at all. At all. Back to the front. Finishing lap 7. Thomas Hammond looks to the inside but does not bite. That allows Minnie Nelson to close in drastically. Twenty thinks about taking some time off that, but ends up sliding up track. The 10 and the 11 look high. But again, Hammond lets off, and Hernandez is able to go and make a lot of distance there. Hammond gets forced up track. Nelson takes the spot. Nelson to second. And there's last season's winner, Lynn White. Up to 5th. Well done. Chris Harvey in 7th. There's a 7 going a little high. Not too bad. What is going on with Dorothy McLean? Have they just not? Do they just not have any speed today, or are they just being railroaded constantly? It's hard to tell. Emilio Nelson has caught up to Isaac Hernandez and is looking for a way around. Meanwhile, Cedric Black, desperately trying to save their season, moves up past Jacob Aronson and Chris Harvey. Harvey and Aronson touch. Harvey is not dealing with any of this anymore. His patience has run out. Aronson gets bumped 2 positions, 3 positions. Wolf and Eckert's cars sound off. Harvey is actually trying to push Black a little bit. Howell has recovered and has moved up to 8th. And Wilkinson and Walker, surprise, surprise. Aronson, a regular disappointment, but qualifies well enough that they can recover. Or at least not fail hard enough to finish outside the top 15 on a weekly basis. And he barely does that. So, 15 laps in. Let's do a quick rundown. Isaac Hernandez in first. Minnie Nelson in second. Thomas Hammond third. Catherine Harris fourth, a name you haven't heard much this season. Lynn White fifth. Cedric Black sixth. Bottom of the standings. Chris Harvey seventh. Tracy Howell eighth. Gerard Wilkinson ninth. John Walker 10th. Wayne Stadler moving up the pack after starting dead last, has cut the field in half and is 11th. Jacob Aronson in 12th. Daniel Bardens in 13th. Tyler Gardens in 14th. John Tucker in 15th, also starting on that last row. Fellow rookie Davis Pittman in 16th currently. May Ellis 17th. Points leader Dorothy McLean in 18th. Second in points, Charles Marshall in 19th. Season 1 Camaros champion Jim Carranza in 20th. James Wolfe in 21st. And Nicholas Eckert in 22nd. Eckert and Wolfe just seem to be swapping positions. I don't know whether their cars just are not handling this track well or they are not handling this track well. Isaac Hernandez has not had the year that he had last season. Was a regular in the top 10 but didn't win anything. Finished second a number of times but fell to Howell, who was more consistent overall and won a race. This season, it's not been great. 2 top 10s, and then that's it. That's why he's 19th in points. Minnie Nelson has had a much better season. Currently third. If all things continue as they are, there is a very strong possibility we'll have a lead change in the standings and Minnie Nelson will walk out of here as the points leader going into Richmond. Race 8. Thomas Hammond a solid third as of the moment. Catherine Harris, I can't tell if Harris is slowing up White or if Hammond is slowing up Harris. Either way, both of them want to get around that 10. Cedric Black, Gerard Wilkinson, Wilkinson are... hold on before I say anything. No, he was not the latest. He won the last event we ran, which was the Camaros in New Hampshire. Ironically, he finished 22nd in New Hampshire in the Firebirds. Our previous winner was Minnie Nelson. My apologies. Chris Harvey's looking around, trying to move ahead. May not be there yet. 25 laps down, we are past halfway. No major incidents to report, no minor incidents to report. Well, one. There was a bump between Chris Harvey and Jacob Aronson. No harm, no foul, no damage, it looks like. What is going on here? Jim Carranza is hard on the brakes, has held everybody up behind him. So much so that Tyler Gardens got into the fence. I don't know what happened to that 16, but it has no speed. And somehow Chris Tucker ended up dead last. Weird things abound here in Dover, Delaware. Let's do one more round up. Whoa! Isaac Hernandez doing the... What's wrong with the 13? Is there caution? No caution. What is going on with the 13? What? What is going on? A lot of cars seem to be having troubles. I'm not exactly sure why. Here's the 11, the 10, and the 9 in order at the front of the pack. I don't know what happened to the 13. Maybe they just got fed up with looking at the 11. Because they just threw away a win. A potential win. What? Oh, 10 hard on the wall. Well, maybe not so hard. Well, while I'm speechless, let's figure out a way for me to speak. 11's in the wall. Are the tires falling off? Maybe they got spooked by the wall? I don't know. We're on lap 32. We have 9 laps we'll have 8 laps to go this time by. Minnie Nelson is currently in the lead, barring Casper or one of his buddies. I don't know. Lynn White's in second. Thomas Hammond in third. Isaac Hernandez in fourth ahead of Catherine Harris. Gerard Wilkinson in sixth. Cedric Black in seventh. Chris Harvey in eighth. Wayne Stadler in ninth. John Walker in 10th still. Tracy Howell back to 11th. Davis Pittman up to 12th. Dorothy McLean finally found some speed and is up to 13th. May Ellis just put the anchors on in 14th. Jacob Aronson in 15th. Tyler Gardens in 16th. James Wolf way up high in 17th. Charles Marshall's going to look to get by pretty easily in 18th. Barring being cut off. Daniel Gardens is currently 19th. Daniel Bardens, excuse me. I may have to fire one of them just to stop tripping over their names. John Tucker in 20th. Nicholas Eckert way up high on the track in 21st. And Jim Carranza still seemingly... What the... Isaac Hernandez. We have a caution. Yes, is all I can think of. Let's see what happened here. At speed. Brakes. Comes around, finishes 34. Gets a bump. And just pulls down and causes chaos and stops on track. That's going to be a reliability check. Just that's it, nothing. So, what does that do for this race? Well, it won't be an exact replica of last year, but I'm sure many of these people up front would take it. I think that we'll probably go back with 2 laps to go. It may legitimately be a green-white checker. The fuel injector. That's going to be a engine rebuild for that, even if it is something relatively sensible. No, we're going to have we might have a 1-lap shootout, or this caution may go to lap 40 and we finish under caution. Whatever the decision is what it is. And the decision is we go back with 1 lap to go. It'll be green, white, and then a checkered finish. Lynn White. This is how Lynn White took that lead. Nelson had to hit the brakes on the outside line. And just so happened, that was the caution flag. Wow. 1 lap to go. Ultimate Chaos. Maybe. Lynn White leading. Minnie Nelson second. They get away. Minnie Nelson pushing White. Will White make a mistake and Nelson win too? No. Lynn White comes out of 4 and will win at Dover. Minnie Nelson in second. Thomas Hammond in third. Wayne Stadler in fourth. Cedric Black in fifth. Catherine Harris in sixth. By the way, good job, Cedric. Gerard Wilkinson in eighth. Easy, John. Finished seventh. Oh, he finished seventh. That's right. Ninth is Howell. 10th. After a strong showing, Harvey fell back to 10th. Davis Pittman 11th. May Ellis 12th. Dorothy McLean 13th. What happened? Well, they were making headway and then the headway stopped. Tyler Gardens 14th. James Wolfe in 15th. Daniel Barton 16th. Jacob Aronson, once again, fails to do much of anything and falls back to 17th. John Tucker comes up to 18th. Still not a great day. Charles Marshall in 19th. Will lose points, a lot of them. Nicholas Eckert, 20th. Jim Carranza, 21st. Isaac Hernandez, the reigning overall champion, had a fuel injector problem, caused the one caution, and failed to finish this race. How's that for a finish, folks? Definitely not what we normally deal with, but if you have enjoyed what you've seen and you'd like to join in, there is a Discord link in the description below. However, until next time, I am Brian the Blank. This has been the LOCTITE Firebird series, excuse me. Then, at some point in the next millennia, maybe I'll stop flubbing my lines. Or I'll hit the lottery and I'll stop doing this. One of the two. However, until that day comes, I'll be here. And I hope you join us for the Camaro race coming up next time. Until then, take care. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody.